Why, why, why did you start like making this company?
Why did I start doing this? This started 27 years ago now. We used to have it 26, but we realized we're now a year older. I used to own closed-door pharmacies, which compounded the drugs for chemotherapy, age treatments, antibiotics, and tube feedings for hospitals. And it started out in all places, Las Vegas. So if you can imagine a country boy from Kansas in Las Vegas. And we grew it going forward, almost tripled its sales doing contracts. Then we expanded into the Phoenix market. And by the time it was over with, we were in 3 states. We'd grown from one of 15,000 to 27th in size. And what we were running into, because we also did home medical equipment, hospital beds, wheelchairs, specialty work. If somebody needed something built, we could build it. And we did do the design work. I was getting doctors that were calling me and patients wanting to know if there was anything they could sleep on because of the joint pain and the night sweats as the side effects for chemotherapy. And there wasn't. Tempur-Pedic had just come out. They were at the medical conventions, smelled terrible, slept hot. You felt like you were stuck in wet cement. I had no interest in it. And several of my manufacturers came to me. They wanted to get into memory foam. And they said, what do we have to do to get you interested? And I go, first thing is get rid of the smell. And they started working together. And about 6 months later, they sent me a prototype. And if you know anything about Tempur-Pedic, the colder the room, the harder it becomes. So if it's 50 degrees, it will, if you bend it, it will break. And not a lot of people knew that. And this arrived in Salt Lake City, where our offices were then at that time. And it was snowing outside. And it came in this canvas bag off of a UPS truck. And as soon as I put my hands on it, it was like I could go right, my hands went right in as if it was 70 degrees instead of freezing. So it was unaffected by room temperature. So we used wool encased in cotton to absorb the night sweats, and it would use your body mass instead of your body heat to mold. And we couldn't keep them in stock. So for all the locations, we were making these toppers. When the company was acquired, the only thing they weren't interested in was my pet project, the foam. So that's where it started. We kept on making toppers. Then I made our first bed was for scoliosis, and it worked well. And then over the years, I've now expanded into all types of different mattresses and specialty designs to what you're experiencing now in your Embrace, which the ability to cool. The top layer is called Excel Gel, as the patented name. And it is the most pressure relieving material I've ever found in the market. And it absorbs more body heat than any other material I've ever seen in the market, including for the companies I used to consult with. And that's where it's now today. We're helping a lot of people. The newest designs came out a year ago in January, and the testimonials are all 5 stars. I am dealing with everything for children with what you went through with your cancer and losing part of your leg, to disabled veterans, to all types of different people with spinal issues, joint issues. It's a wide range of different diagnoses and basically physical issues that we're dealing with. And we're getting a lot of recognition, which is very gratifying. And so that's how it started, and that's why I do it.
Awesome.
So tell me, how are you doing on the mattress?
Good. It helps a lot because like when my back hurts during the day, and because I've been off my leg for a while since it's been hurting, and so I've been in my wheelchair, and it like hurts because I've been sitting all day, and so then I just like lay in the bed on 0 gravity for like 20 minutes, and then afterwards it just like it doesn't even hurt anymore.
Yeah, she hasn't had to take any pain medication or anything. If she's in pain to the point, she gets to the point where she's almost in tears. Yeah. And if she goes and lays in her bed for 20 minutes, she's fine and back up and no issues.
And that's, you know what, and that's what it's designed to do, because you get so much pressure against your body on a wheelchair or another, you know, sitting or what beds are. And that's the reason we run into so many people that are in pain and they don't realize there's actually an alternative that takes away the pain. And that's what it does, because the mattress will absorb your body, keeps your spine in a great position as far as neutral, takes all the pressure off your joints. And then when you go to that zero gravity, which I don't know if you knew this, that position was designed by NASA. And NASA designed it for liftoff and reentry for basically astronauts to withstand G-forces. And what we discovered on the, in the healthcare side was that it takes all the gravity pressure off the spine. It's like you're floating. And people are like going, no way. And I go, I'm telling you, I used to do brace fittings and I dealt with the crushed vertebrae and the bracing for it. And I would put people in that position, and no matter how chronic they were, usually within a couple of minutes, they're going, I don't hurt anymore. And I had one guy with 2 crushed vertebrae. He fell asleep in the middle of my clinic in less than 5 minutes. His wife thought he'd taken his medication, and he was on no pain medication at all. And he slept for 3 hours in the middle of the clinic while we worked on other people.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Honestly, you hear a lot of things and you know it works great, but I never in a million years would have known it worked as well as it does.
And that's, the Embrace, I designed it for children like you. The original one, I was watching a commercial on TV for the Shriners Orthopedic Children's Hospital in Chicago. And these children had all kinds of different severe disabilities, and they were selling blankets. And all I could think about was that their parents just didn't realize that when they left the hospital, they would go out and probably buy a new mattress, spend $300, $400 or whatever, only to have a mattress that was going to contort their little body. And I just couldn't deal with that. And so I started working on the Embrace to solve that problem. And it came out, and it was actually better than I even imagined we would do. And so you got one. So wait.
I was going to ask, what are the other things that you like so much about it?
And so, it also has that, cooling thing that you sent us to put on. And, I'm always a hot body at night. And so then when I sleep on it, it just, cools me. And it's just, so nice.
Yeah. After she went through chemo, and we've heard this from a lot of kiddos that have gone through chemo, and I'm sure adults as well, her body doesn't regulate temperature like it used to. So she gets really hot, especially, her cheeks get red and everything, while the rest of us are just fine. So at night she gets really hot and will complain that she can't sleep because she's too hot, or she needs an ice pack to sleep on. We bought a chilling mattress at one point that circulates water through to cool her down. And that worked okay, but it heats up the entire room by cooling the bed down. So she's cool at night. The room's not hot. It works great.
I think that was used to call the chili pad.
Yeah, chili pad.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yep. That's what my husband still uses.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, you can really heat those up. I think it's a 50-degree variation.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it heats up the whole room at the same, even if it cools your bed down, the whole room gets hot, which kind of, I don't know, defeats the purpose, really.
Yeah, it's the motor that's doing all that. So it's expelling a lot of heat coming up. That's exactly right. And I was looking at them, and this was years ago, and what we found with the gel layer that we have, it just made it obsolete, because all you had to do is, if you were sleeping cool, you could put a thin extra blanket on it, and like putting a coat on, and you warmed up. See, I don't like being cold, but I have it. And if I'm hot, it cools me right down. And if I'm, for whatever reason, if I just feel normal, it sleeps just neutral to me. So I love the part about it. So how well it works. So I'm glad it works for you. So you're one of the reasons I did that.
That works great, huh? Have you
Mhm.
ever gotten too cold at night? I didn't think so.
Mm-mm.
No, because what it will do is, yeah, it will regulate almost your temperature to a point. But if you're hot, it does absorb the excess body heat. But because you're getting unrestricted circulation, your feet actually will stay warm instead of feeling like they're getting cold. And
Yeah.
you're getting better circulation.
And then why I also like the cold is because I like always used to not sleep with my blanket, and so then I would get mosquito bites. But then since it's cold, then I could like I wear the blanket, so then it's not, so then I don't get mosquito bites, and it's really
Yeah, she's
Oh,
kind of a mosquito magnet.
now,
nice.
is that right? Now, are you having mosquitoes down in
We
Phoenix?
do. We have mosquitoes here year round. Not a lot of mosquitoes, and they're tiny little mosquitoes, but
Okay.
we definitely have them. And if there's one in the house, it will find her. It didn't find her. It's weird. Well, it makes sense, but the whole year that she went through chemo, and probably about 6 months even after, she didn't get a single mosquito bite.
Uh-huh.
We could tell as soon as her body was getting rid of all those toxic chemicals, mosquitoes were back, and now they love her again.
Boy, I tell you what, we got to do something about those skeeters.
Yes.
So yeah, you just cover up then and you're good. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. So what else is going on?
Have any other questions? Oh, I have questions. What other sizes of beds do you make?
Okay. We make all sizes. So everything from twin extra long, full, queen, king, California king.
Okay.
And we just finished 2 beds that one went to Germany and one went to Portugal, and they have different sizes. You know, so their queen is not our sizes. So it's cut a little bit smaller. And same thing with the kings. So we cut, basically to their specs, and they were shipped off. So yeah, so we can make anything. Over the years, the craziest bed I ever made was a circular king. And it was for an old rock and roll band called C.C. Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. And so we made a circular bed, size of a king, looked like a giant wheel. And we couldn't figure out how to deliver it because, a square bed, you just pick up and go. So we rolled the bed in to the house, and everybody inside the house was just laughing and carrying on, going, they never saw anything like it. It was the only way we could handle it. So we just rolled the bed right in through the living room into the bedroom and plopped it down on their circular bed.
That's what you need, a circular bed. So that you can ship to all other countries, correct?
We've been shipping, yes. The only thing with shipping out of the States, it's definitely more money.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are used to that. So it can range anywhere from $700 to over $1,000 for shipping for that. But with the sales prices that we're doing, that's absorbing a lot of the cost compared to what our normal prices are. During the pandemic, we dropped our prices $1,000 on all sizes, regardless. And on the Embrace, it was $500. But then on all other mattresses, it was $1,000. And we'd never done that before. And those prices were based on home show discounts, not regular retail. So an actual savings was $1,500 off of retail on these. And we found a place where we could help a lot more people this way.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What other questions do you have?
I just had one.
Yeah.
Um.
I know you wanted to ask about pillows and body pillows. Like if
Oh
they make
yeah.
body pillows.
Mhm.
And why? Why do you like body pillows? Because what do you do at night with your leg?
I like to pop it up onto a pillow.
Yeah. So you swing your leg up over the pillow then and your arm and just kind of like hug it.
Yeah.
It just kind of takes a little bit of the pressure, even more pressure off.
Yeah, she's been getting a lot of blisters at the bottom of her limb because her prosthetic isn't fitting right now.
Okay.
Due to the metal, which she's getting out next month, and that should solve all those problems. But right now, with the blisters, it's nice to have her leg plopped up at night. So she was wondering if you guys make body pillows.
We can.
Okay.
We can definitely make a body pillow. And if you give us, or somebody gives us the dimensions of the body pillow they want, as far as the length and how thick they want it, how firm, we can adjust it and make it any which way with the factory. So a lot of times what you can do is you go with shredded foam, and we can make it with the tensile, which is the cover that's on your mattress, which, you know, is a cooling material that, so you don't sleep hot against it. So there's a lot of things that we can do based on what a person's needs are. We understand. We can put kind of a hook that makes it look like a giant J, and we'll have people that will actually sleep on the J part, the curve, and wrap themselves around. So there's things that we can do. We don't make a lot of them, but if we know that there's a need, we'll make it. And that's the nice thing about the factory. We had a boy that I think he was about 14, very severe cerebral palsy. And at night, if his head went back the wrong way, he'd stop breathing because of this sleep apnea. And his mom would have to be there to catch that and put him on oxygen. And when we delivered the bed, he loved the bed and everything else. But when I was watching him on the pillow, I could see his head starting to jerk back a little bit. And so we made a 6-channel pillow that you could pull out materials and create a pocket that would create support for his neck. And then his head would stay in an area, and it would be raised up on the sides enough that it would secure his head gently so he could sleep all night. And that took a lot of the pressure off the mother, because she'd come in every half hour to an hour through the night just to check on him. And this way it helps solve that problem. So I've made custom pillows for doing things. If I see a certain issue, then the pillow that I make now is was originally designed for people that couldn't breathe, sleep apnea. And where they might be on what's known as a CPAP, a breathing device to breathe during the night that forces air down their throat. So if they stop breathing, and we had to align their necks properly so it would work better. And it's turned out to be the best ergonomic pillow for whiplash, spinal injuries, for people that have had spinal surgery. It takes all the pressure off, and it's adjustable in the height. So you can adjust the thickness of the pillow depending on your size. For somebody smaller and more petite, we shave the pillow down. We had some former NFL players, and I was designing beds for guys that were 350 and one was 400 pounds. These are big guys, and they were on my pillow, and when they rolled over on their side, they were so big they were rolling off the pillow. Normally when you roll to your side, you still have pillow. They had no pillow. So I built one that was longer, so when they rolled over on their side, it was perfect for them laying on their side. And I always swore that I would never make a pillow bigger than I was already making until these guys came in. And one of them was in earlier this afternoon, and we were talking about it. And I said, "You want to know what the criteria is for this pillow?" And he goes, "What?" And I go, "If I can fit into your shadow, I'll build you the pillow. You're so big, you make such a big shadow, and I can fit in that shadow. Okay, I'll make the pillow." And we were just kind of chuckling along. But, we make everything from bigger guys. We have one guy that he has his Super Bowl ring. He was an all-pro lineman. 20 years of just getting his body beat up. He was on a Tempur-Pedic and had on it for years. He had shoulder pain, hip pain, lower back pain, and night sweats, which, Avery, you can relate to. And he thought he was just stuck that way. He got one of our mattresses called the Solution One, which is designed for back pain. And he's a big guy, and the smallest person I put on it is 100 pounds. And within less than a week, and like you can relate to, he had no shoulder pain, no lower back pain, no hip pain. And he's now been on it for 4 or 5 months, and he has yet to have a night sweat where he's kicking off the blankets. So we're making them for all types of sizes.
So for somebody like Avery that has scoliosis due to being in her wheelchair and just being an amputee, because being an amputee, until she is full grown, she's never level. She's either too short or too high on one side. How does the mattress help with her scoliosis?
The way the mattress is designed is that because it's known as envelopment, it will absorb your body to take the pressure off, is that even when you're sleeping against the curve with scoliosis, which is usually the more painful side, it envelops around your body. It allows your body to sink in, and there's no counter pressure on your spine or your curve, so you can sleep on either side and you're comfortable. Where most mattresses, they're too firm, and when you lay particularly against that curve on the side that it hurts a little bit more, it's pressing up onto your body, pushing against the side of your body and pushing against that curve, basically compressing part of your spine. Does not happen with our mattresses.
That's awesome, huh?
Yeah.
That's been
Now,
something that's been bothering you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, the interesting thing is the first mattress I designed was for scoliosis after the toppers.
Oh,
And
wow.
I experienced the same thing. And you can tell a lot of times she had severe scoliosis. Her one shoulder drooped really bad because of the abnormal curve. And we built it, and her mother then called me about a week later, and she goes, she's just not in any kind of pain at all because there was no counter pressure. So she could sleep on her back on either side, and she slept all night. And that's the first time we knew we were onto something. And so over the years, I've dealt with a lot of scoliosis. And by the way, I suffer from scoliosis. Over the years of picking up these mattresses, on one side, I have created a curve in the middle of my back from the weight of those mattresses and picking them up and carrying them. And so I have to go in for treatments. And so the mattress, when I'm laying on my mattress, I feel nothing when I'm laying on that side. Where if I'm in a hotel room, I can feel it immediately and it's uncomfortable. And that's the difference between those. And that's what people need to realize is that we think we're stuck with the pain that we have. We just have to endure it. It's just us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unique. There's nothing I can do about it. And what they don't realize is that all retail mattresses, bed-in-a-boxes, are designed to sell you a bed. They're not designed for symptoms. They're just a retail bed. And so they create counter pressure. Plus, they're not made very well, and you can spend a lot of money, and they break down very quickly, which causes even more pain. And that's what these beds don't do. They are specifically designed to address the symptoms that you're dealing with so that you can get a better night's sleep. And Avery, the more you sleep, the less sensitive you are to pain. See, when you're really tired and worn out, it just seems like you hurt more, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because as you lose sleep, you become fatigued. Your body's not rested, and that makes you more sensitive to the pain you're feeling, which then makes you lose even more sleep, which makes you feel more pain. And when you're getting great sleep, like you're doing and the rest you're getting, you don't hurt as much as you did when you first got to bed, do you? And that's what it's designed to do. It allows your body to rest and get the rest it needs, because that's how your body recovers during the night, is by getting the rest. Your body starts recovering, it gets stronger, and the pain starts going away.
Awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, I had two other questions that popped into my head during that, and now I can't think of what they were. One was, so when she was going through treatment, she had two big things that got her. One was neuropathy from her chemo, and the other one was getting bed sores after her initial surgery, and trying to make a hospital bed work with somebody who's getting bed sores. How would this mattress help somebody who both has neuropathy, or somebody that has neuropathy, or somebody who's developing bed sores?
Let's first talk about the neuropathy.
Okay.
A lot of times what happens is that you have pressure on your body, and the pressure impacts both your circulation and your nerves in the area. And that can build up the neuropathy even more. And particularly when it's either due to chemotherapy or another reason, And we're not talking about diabetic neuropathy. And so this is, the recovering from the surgery, the chemotherapy and the like that you're on. Your body, the toxins that are being in with the chemotherapy, it breaks down your body, and that's how they fight the chemotherapy, but it breaks down your body. That's where if you reduce the pressure that's on your body, and that's what it is, it starts relieving that neuropathy and that tingling feelings and everything else and the numbness you were feeling in your legs. And we have even gotten one disabled veteran that was injured where it was leg injuries. He had a lot of neuropathy in his legs. He thought he was going to be stuck with it for the rest of his life. I told him with the restless leg, there was a chance that this mattress would actually help reduce the symptoms. And he contacted me about 6 months later and he said, I didn't really believe you, but it's gone. He goes, I get up out of bed. It used to take a half hour to get to moving in the mornings. And he goes, I can get up and I can start walking immediately. And so that's by eliminating the counter pressure, that is a key part to helping with neuropathy. That same thing goes with bed sores. Now, the patent on the top layer of the gel, also some of the tests finds that after you come off of, let's say, an air loss mattress that you're using to help reduce the bed sores, they have found that stage 1 and stage 2 bed sores, and I don't mean to get technical on it, it actually helps with the recovery rather than causing it. See, I used to do this on our medical side. Somebody would rent a air loss mattress, and then they go back to the hospital mattress or whatever they had, and the skin's weakened, and you would get the bed sore right back again. On a mattress like this where there's no pressure, and the gel actually helps with the healing process or minimizes the chances of it reoccurring compared to any other sleep surface out there. And that's the benefits of the two.
See, I wish we would have had this 5 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they ended up using was a air mattress that we could pump air in to try and relieve pressure points and different things like that.
And basically turn you during the night while you slept to relieve the
Yeah.
pressure.
Unfortunately, the main pressure sore was on her heel, and of course, her good heel.
Yeah.
And so it still bothers her even to today, doesn't it? Yeah. Because that skin is just weaker.
Yeah. And that's, it's unfortunate. It takes a long time for your skin to heal from those, and it's weak. And so that's the one thing you're noticing is that compared to another mattress you might have been on, this is far better for you than any other mattress that we know of. And that's when I say when he designed this, there used to be what's known as a mason mat that would, use this for pressure sores. The problem was the gel would migrate from the sides. Well, with this, it's in a soccer ball pattern and the gel stays put. So you have the benefit all night long. And so it was an innovation of what this man came up with that designed it years ago. So you're doing well, it sounds like. You go camping, get out and about.
Pardon?
You're ready to go out and do some camping now. And
Yes.
is that your favorite thing to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah.
Once we get the camper done, huh? Yeah. We're still finishing it up. It's been so hot here that it's hard. It has an air conditioning in it, but when it's 115, a little air conditioning unit doesn't do a whole lot.
No.
Yeah.
No. Wow. That is hot. I'm used to those temperatures. See, the one thing, the advantages are we have a topper that works really well at 2.5 inches thick for people that can't afford a mattress. And we sell a lot of the toppers just exactly for something like this, that if their mattress is too hard, they can put that on and solve it. The advantage is that it's a 10-year warranty. Your mattress will wear out before it is. You can then convert to one of our mattresses and we give you full credit for the price of the topper and you keep the topper. So you can put it on another mattress. So it's a nice discount. Or, we can go with the Embrace bed, which it will last well over 15 years with that. So any other questions this evening or?
Any other questions? No? Are you loving it?
Yeah.
Are you surprised at how, We knew it would be good. It's a great mattress, but did you ever in a million years think it was going to be as good as it's been?
No. And then I also love it because I can like put up the bottom of the bed all the way up, and then I can like do my schoolwork on it or like set my computer on it and watch something.
Uh-huh. It takes a little bit of the pressure off your heel too, doing that.
Yeah.
Now, that works really well. So you would recommend this bed for anybody out there that has been going through chemotherapy and the like to help with their recovery.
Hmm. And then I also like it because when you put, because like putting on sheets on a bed is like very, very hard. Well, at least for me. And so with that one, I just put them both all the way up, and then I put the sheet on and then press flat, and then it goes down, and then it's done.
Yes. That's one of the secrets for making the bed with it. Very good. Very good. Well, I think we're just about out of time. I saw the notice there. So it was great talking to you.
You too.
So, yeah, let people know out there that what we have a great special going on right now for the next couple of weeks. And so there's a good savings, and they get a 60-day trial on the mattress. The thing is, we have yet to have one come back. We've been shipping all over the country, and we're getting great reviews, and everybody seems to love it, particularly with the pain subsiding, and they're able to get the rest they need to help with their recovery. It's been a very good thing.
What do you say?
Thank you.
You're back. Well, I look forward to getting you the topper so you can get to camping. And so I know that it's in production, so it should be out in the next few days. So on its way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks.
You bet. Have a good evening. Talk to you later.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.